Welcome in. I am just hopping on. I'm still a little congested. So welcome in. Welcome to Monday Night Reiki. If you're just hopping on, I'm still a little bit congested. But if you're feeling cranky tonight from all of the energy flowing around the solar eclipse, the new moon, Mercury retrograde, this is the place to be. Welcome in. I think I want to use, where is it? Hello, Rose. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Welcome in. I'm looking for my lepidolite. Found it. So this is going to be really good for anxiety. If you're really worked up. Hi, Becca. Welcome in. How has everyone's Monday been? How are we feeling? Again, we had the solar eclipse hit us, combined with the new moon, and then Mercury retrograde, which started on April 1st. So you might feel a little cranky. How is everyone feeling today? And if you're new, say hello. Just consent to that flow of Reiki, and it will start flowing to you. We're gonna work immediately on bringing down any anxiety that we've had today. Oh no, Rebecca, it feels like it's gonna rain. It hasn't yet. It was really cloudy, and it was just really humid out, but nothing's happened yet. Oh, Jamie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I literally, as I was getting ready, I was like, things feel kind of cranky. Even I was feeling a little bit cranky working through this energy. So I'm like, let's do a live where we focus on that. And again, I'm still stuffy, so bear with me. Sharzad, welcome in. How are you? How's your Monday been? How is everyone feeling? Oh, I feel like we need to go into the heart pretty immediately. And again, if you're new, say hello. We have the greatest group of people in here. People talk, people share. Everyone's so supportive in here. Thank you for the heart puff, Jamie. Hi to Wanda, welcome in. How are you? And thank you for the rose, Jamie. How is everyone's Monday? Let's go into the heart and soften the heart. This is where you might release some tears. If you release some tears, just let them go. I don't think I have one for that exactly, Elle, that I can remember. Oh, Jillian. Oh, Robin. Yeah, I think tonight the topic of crankiness was a good one to go into. Well, more so just soothing everyone's emotions to deal with the energy that's hit us. Because we had a trio. Again, we had Mercury retrograde started on the 1st. We had the solar eclipse and the new moon. Don't wish that Monday on us. Hello, Lynn. Welcome in. Maggie, how are you? Welcome in. Let's go into the heart. Again, I really want to soothe the feelings in the heart, so maybe you do have some tears you're holding on to. Sorry, I just hit my desk. This is the place to let them go. Let them come out, let them flow. And again, sorry, I still just have a little bit of congestion I just cannot get rid of. Let your heart just open. This is the safe space to let it open. Just let it happen. Reiki may bring up a lot of feelings. It may bring up tears that want to flow. It may bring up some anxiety even, but it's just bringing it to the surface to let it go. Yes, Elle. And I think I was going to make a post on that tonight. If not tonight, probably another night. So especially the solar eclipse, that brings up the past pretty heavily. So if you've been thinking about things from the past, you had some unresolved feelings come up, it's the solar eclipse asking you to address them and to let them go. And in my candle reading emails, I actually talk about that some. So if you haven't gotten your candle reading yet, you'll get that later. I talk about it a little bit. It's gonna feel icky, and you're gonna kind of want to get stuck in that trap of being consumed by it. So I really want you to try to do your best to be okay, this thing from the past is coming up, this behavior, this feeling, whatever. because the universe is wanting me to let it go so that it can be resolved, and I'm going to push it out. I'm going to push it out and let the universe have it. So you actually may feel it pretty strongly. Oh, JJ. I've been having dreams about my ex since the eclipse. Yeah, the eclipse is very much like, hey, let's bring up the past. They will, for sure, Elle. They will. I'm hearing like over the next 2 weeks it'll probably get a bit better. But remember, we're also in Mercury retrograde, so if maybe some of these things that are coming up from the past are tied with communication as well, because you know in Mercury retrograde a lot of issues or lessons about communication come up, it might stick around a little bit longer. So just do your best to acknowledge, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm thinking about this, I'm ready for the universe to take it. I don't want to get stuck in that loop of just thinking about it all the time. Yeah, Jamie, exactly. Crazy energy. But we will get through it. Like these are times to really lean in to when those difficult things are coming up. Instead of like pushing it away and being like, I don't want to deal with it. You know, I'm going to stop thinking about it. It's a time to really lean in and be like, okay, why is this being put in front of me? Like, why, universe, why do you keep giving this to me? What is it that I need to know? It's just the time to lean in and be like, what is it? Elle, it could just be that, you know, there's some unresolved feelings about the ex, you know, that you haven't completely let go of. It could be a number of things. Typically, it's something unresolved. And let's pull on that heart just a little bit more. I'm feeling some anger come up for some of you, just like, I am angry, and that is okay. Anger is a valid emotion because anger lets us know that something's wrong. Hello, Whitney. Welcome in. How was your Monday? Oh, Elizabeth, yes. Anger is valid. I know a lot of people try to coin anger as a bad emotion. Because, you know, typically when people are angry, they might lash out, they might do something unsafe or irrational, but you can do unsafe and irrational things when you're sad, and we don't necessarily coin that as a negative emotion. You can even do bad things when you're happy. So there's no such thing as a negative emotion per se. It's the behavior, the response to it or from it. I've been angry and I don't like it. Robin, I am so sorry. I totally get, especially again, since our society likes to coin it as a bad emotion. We should honor our anger and be like, okay, why am I angry? What is it trying to tell me? Has a boundary been crossed for me? Or is there something that I just have not accepted yet? Thank you, Whitney. I'm almost there. I just have like a little bit of congestion still stuck that I just cannot get out. I can't get it to move. Marie, welcome in. How are you? Sorry, I'm going to be clearing my throat a little bit here and there. Let's switch to a specifically heartstone. What should we use? I'm feeling like green calcite. I want to use green calcite. India, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I'm so sorry, Marie. Now you have colds. Yeah, I do feel a lot better. There's just this little bit of congestion I just cannot get out. Like, I'm trying really hard. If I could just get it to move, I think I would be 100%. I am good. Please tell me you didn't work a lot today. So again, I'm switching to green calcite. So you may feel that warm and cool sensation, the warm from Reiki and the cooling from the green calcite. I love this little green piece. Thank you for consenting, Bob. Welcome in. How's your Monday been? How are we navigating the energy? Thank you for the heart puffs and the chili. Just 14 hours, India. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And again, if you're new, say hello, welcome in. We really have the greatest group of people on TikTok, seriously. Oh my God, do I keep saying Monday? Monday was our candle ceremony. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Good grief. We'll blame it on the energy. I'm good. Thank you for asking, Bob. Celeste, welcome in. How are you? You did cord cutting. That's intense too. That is intense. I know. I'm not taking you back to Monday, I swear. Thank you for the heart, me, Celeste. That's probably why some people left the live. They're like, this is not current. No, it's real. I'm here. I was just saying the wrong day. I don't know what day it is anymore. Aww, Marie. Thank you for the heart, me, April. And I think, hang on, I think I missed some comments. Hello, Olive. I am good, Celeste. Hello, Mary, welcome in. Wait, whose name? Thank you for the team bracelets, Celeste and April. Hang on, what were you talking about, Marie? I haven't seen Try Memory Blank, my dear friend. Are you talking about Nikki? Is that who you may be talking about? Yeah, Nikki. I haven't seen her in a little bit either. I don't know. I should check on her, see where she's at, what's happening. Thank you for the team bracelet, Mary. Yes, so we can talk about the eclipse and the heart me, thank you. So the solar eclipse. Aw, yeah, I should send her a message too, see how she's doing. Solar eclipse. So if you feel a lot of things coming up from the past, that is what's happening. Especially if you feel like this overwhelming feeling to kind of step back into the past, like step back into old patterns, start thinking about people who have left your life. The solar eclipse is doing that on purpose because it's like there is something unresolved here and you need to let it go. So that can make a lot of people cranky, like, oh, I thought I had, you know, resolved that. I thought I had stopped thinking about that. So if you're like, huh, why am I thinking about it again? It's because the solar eclipse is wanting you to recognize that. Same, Jamie. Even me, I've been feeling that way. I've been having some things come up from the past where I'm like, I need to look at this again. I need to examine what that was. I need to examine why I haven't gotten over it like I thought I did. So same. And again, happy Wednesday. I was saying Monday. I'm actually here. This is not a recording. I was saying Monday. Melly, yeah. It'll bring people back from the past too. I'm glad it's Wednesday because that means it's almost the weekend. Oh, too funny. I'm gonna like snap some cords out of you too. Some just like cords of tension, cords hanging onto the past. So let's do that. I'm releasing the anger and anxiety I have attached to the past. Wait, what? Did she like see a ghost? Marie? Oh my God. It could make you feel kind of sick too, Melly. The full moon really does that to me. The eclipse has kind of made me feel a bit drained, but I have heard some people feeling kind of ill. Again, I'm one of those, the moons really affect me, so especially on the full moon, I'll sometimes feel like I almost have the flu. Oh my gosh, Marie. How did it feel? Was it like, just like someone passing through maybe? Ooh. I just feel I feel a lot of irritation in the energy. I am releasing irritation that I have tied to the past, irritation about a situation, a person. I release that here. Friendly and comforting, good. Oh, Robin, yeah, let's get rid of this. Releasing this agitation of the past. It is time to let it go. We are no longer going to be bothered by it. It's time to move forward. It no longer controls us. It is no longer sitting in the driver's seat. Let it melt in your body. Oh, Michelle, let this melt in your body. And again, happy Wednesday. It's not Monday. Don't ask me why I was saying Monday. No clue. Let this dissipate in your body. Let Reiki just melt it. It feels kind of tingly as it goes down your body, goes through your body. Anyone have any exciting plans for the weekend? I am going to have my aura picture done. As long as I feel well enough to do it, that is. I was like, man, if this little piece of congestion could just leave, I'll be good to go. So I guess I should say I hope to do my aura picture this weekend. Oh, happy birthday, Chelsea, on Friday. Melly, this is someone, so I'm going to the place where I do my floating. I don't know if you've ever heard of like the saltwater floating, you know, where you go into like a room, or typically it's a pod, but this person built rooms, and you just float. The water's so full of salt, you just float. Anyway, he's bringing someone in that does the aura photograph, so I'm not super familiar with who this person is. Oh, Michelle, I hope I get to do it. I have some, Robin. I should try it. It's just like the tiniest bit I feel is just left, and if I could just get it out, I'd be fine. Hello, Brianna. Welcome in. Yes, Chelsea. So again, granting I feel well enough, because of course I don't want to be a vector of disease and spread things. Very conscientious of that. Then I will absolutely share the photo that they take of my aura. You've got to try it, Michelle. You have got to try it. It's typically, you hear people call it just float therapy. A lot of places have like a pod. It kind of looks like a giant egg, but this person actually built, I think he was the first person ever to build it as like a shower room instead. So it's kind of like a walk-in shower with a deeper bottom, is how he built his. Brianna, I am so glad you're here. I'm sorry it was a long day. Me too, Chelsea. I am looking forward to it as well. Let's release more anxiety. Agitation. Releasing more agitation. I love it, Robin. If maybe you have a bit of trouble being alone with your thoughts, it might not be for you. I'm not talking like specifically to you, but just in general. It might not be for people who aren't okay with being alone with their thoughts for very long in a dark room. Adriana, everyone's cranky with all this energy. Oh my God, you do not want to get that salt in any of your orifices. It is so salty. I mean, I've floated in the egg too. Georgia, is that place still open in Little Rock that I went to? I think it's closed, but I tried one in Little Rock and I was okay with it. But I don't think there's any near you that have like the shower thing that I'm talking about, where it's more of like you're walking into just like a really deep walk-in shower. Or that place might have had one, I don't remember. But I don't think they're there anymore. I don't know what happened. Oh, Brianna, I am so sorry. Well, to be honest, I was literally at probably like the lowest point ever in my life when I found Reiki. Of course, it was around 2020. I think it was a little bit before 2020. I'll have to go back and look at my certificate, but it was like around that time. I remember COVID starting to happen around this time. I was just not in a good place, and I just kind of stumbled upon Reiki through one of the people I was following on Instagram. Her name is Lunam Love. She taught me Reiki, and I just felt like this overwhelming push from literally like a push from the universe to do it. I had never had a Reiki session done on me. Obviously, I had never done Reiki for anyone because I wasn't attuned, but I had just seen like a few videos pop up on YouTube here and there, and I would see people just sitting like this, and I'd be like, what are you doing? You look so weird. Like, I totally judged it. And then the universe, of course, in its humorous way, was like, you're gonna get Reiki trained, you're gonna get Reiki attuned. And I did, and I felt kind of crazy pursuing it, because I'm like, I don't feel like I have a reason. But then of course the reasons did come as I got attuned. It was to heal myself, and then the universe pushed me to start sharing it with others, so now I help heal others as well, walk people through their own healing. And that's kind of like the condensed version of how I got into it. I've been to a Himalayan salt room, and it's so good. So good. Welcome in, Jessica. How are you? Happy Wednesday, not Monday, like I was saying earlier. It was really awakening. You're welcome, Olive. Oh, Chelsea, probably the lineage you're thinking of is like the Reiki lineage. So yes, I have a Reiki lineage, but like, I think my mom's probably Reiki attuned now, last I heard. That's another story. But other than that, no one else in like my bloodline is attuned. But I do have a Reiki family lineage. Reiki family, not bloodline family. I do not have classes yet. Keyword yet. That was another one of those things I was waiting on the universe to be like, it's time. It is time. I just don't have it on the schedule yet. Did you, Jessica? I'll have to look at that. Hang on, I need to draw a symbol. We need to heat things up in here. We need to go deeper. Amping things up. You may feel it get warmer. Oh, Fia, I have something that could probably work right now. I think I have one for concentration, and one for motivation. Those would be really good ones for that. And those are in playlists. So they would probably be in the playlist under Reiki for your mind. But you can also just type in Star Bloom Healing Concentration, or Star Bloom Healing, what was the other one I said? Motivation. And it'll pop right up. I don't think there's anyone else on TikTok with Star Bloom Healing. You're welcome. Ooh. Oh, resistance to change. This is gonna go in your stomach. Snapping out the resistance to change. So like we were talking about earlier, especially with the solar eclipse, bringing up a lot of the past, it can be really easy to get stuck in that cycle of ruminating on it, getting stuck in that cycle of anxiety, getting stuck on that wheel. And that is the opposite of what the solar eclipse wants us to do. It wants us to push past that. So I'm gonna go into the stomach and help you do that. Oh, Dante, I'm so sorry. Definitely holding space for you and everyone. I am so sorry. Hello, Irene. Welcome in. How are you? How are you feeling? And by the way, and everyone who's been in here for a minute, I was saying Monday for like a good portion of the live. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Or maybe not so happy Wednesday, since the energy's kind of cranky. You will push past. You will push past this energy. Going deeper into the stomach. Dante, I'm so sorry. Sometimes people are just, you know, kind of good at hiding how they feel. I'm so sorry that they didn't really communicate that it wasn't going well. I'm good, Irene. Thank you for asking. I'm still just like a tiny bit congested. But for the most part, a lot better. Oh, I know, Robin. I've literally had people like come to me and pay me for a session and be like, I don't really believe in this. And I'm like, all right, the universe brought you here for some reason. And even they would be like, oh my God, I felt that. So Reiki does not require belief that it works. It's the third Monday of the week. True. It is wild, Robin. I've held sessions for skeptics or people who are like, I just don't believe in anything spiritual. And they're like, holy shit, I felt that. I'm like, yeah, it's wild, isn't it? And of course, I do all of my sessions over Zoom, so I'm not even like touching anybody. I'm not hovering over anybody. I'm probably not even on the same side of the US as a lot of my clients. I know that for a fact. And it works. Really, Jessica? Oh my gosh. Too funny. There's been times I've kind of noticed myself sending Reiki without really consciously thinking about it. It happens sometimes. Like, ooh, my hands are really hot and I feel energy flowing. Ooh, who is having like an anxiety knot in their tummy? This does not feel good. Let's work on this. And ooh, she's not even Reiki attuned, so you can even send your own healing energy, not necessarily Reiki, because Reiki is an energy from the universe, but you have your own innate like healing energy that you can send. I did some of that training in my mediumship class, which I know you're like, oh, why are you doing healing and mediumship? It's just part of the learning that they do. So you can like literally send your own healing vibes from your body. She should definitely get Reiki trained if she just kind of like naturally does that. To me, it's a very different feeling when you're just sending your own energy versus Reiki too. Oh, Dante, I'm so sorry. Hang on. That just made me burp. Push this anxiety out. This energy is just temporary. This state is just temporary. This feeling is just temporary. Oh, that is awesome, Jessica. Especially this eclipse energy, this Mercury retrograde energy, it's temporary. You're gonna make it through. Hello, Lauren, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I was saying Monday. Is it a common thing that I feel like people burb? What? You mean burp? I think that's what you mean, burp, yes. So while we're doing Reiki, you may burp, you may cry, you may sneeze. It may come out of any other orifice that things can come out of. Yeah, that's really common. I did some throat clearing chakra last week by writing letters to people from my past. Michelle, I love it. Yes, I love that. Releasing more anxiety in the stomach. Again, this is all temporary. This feeling is temporary. The circumstance is temporary. I know this energy is quite overwhelming at the moment. Thank you, Lauren. I hope you are as well. deeper. Thank you, Jeannie. I do feel a lot better. I just have a little bit of congestion that will not come out. It's driving me nuts. Adriana, I am so sorry. I totally get it. I mean, those are huge things that just hit us. And they all are hitting us in a different way. Like none of them are hitting us in the same way. Solar eclipse, heavy on bringing up the past. The new moon is like, hey, set your new intention and move forward. I know the past is really coming up and bugging you right now, but it's time to go forward. And then Mercury retrograde is like, hey, if you suck at communicating, I'm gonna throw some lessons your way with that too. So it's not a fun time for some people. It's really not. Oh my God, Irene, that is wild. Yeah, so I think it's funny when there's people who are like, I don't believe in any of this energy stuff or this astrology stuff, and I'm like, just sit and watch. Just sit and watch, and then look at your calendar. See what's happening. See what's happening with the planets. See what's happening to the stars, and just observe. Been feeling easily frustrated since the eclipse. Yep. Completely normal. Ooh, that's not good, Robin. Not good at all. I feel like we can go deeper, but it might agitate you a little bit. But again, the agitation is just coming up to release. So I'm not agitating you for shits and giggles. I'm bringing up that agitation to let it out. Not getting sleep last night. I didn't really either. We probably can, Rebecca, yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is bring in orange calcite. And if you've forgotten what calcites are really good at, they're really good at habit breaking, pattern breaking, breaking emotional patterns, letting them go. And this is gonna resonate down in that sacral chakra where I'm feeling a lot of this agitation is stored. Yeah, Jessica, it's just because so many things happened all at once. And then also too, compounded just by the collective energy. So the collective has been suffering a lot lately. And then a lot of people also kind of created a panic about the solar eclipse. So that kind of traveled through the universe. Yeah, a lot going on. I was an energy thing, no one was sure. Wait. Oh, it was an energy thing, no one was sure for my... Oh my gosh, Jessica. Yeah, you're gonna get through this. Just try to roll with it as best you can. And I know it's gonna feel like you're gonna feel that resistance to be like, I just want to retreat. I just want to be done. I want this to be over. Lean in. When it feels unnatural, it's gonna feel unnatural. Again, it's gonna feel kind of icky. Lean into it. Be like, why am I feeling like this? What is the message that I'm needing? What is it that I'm needing to realize in this agitation? And I'm just trying to clear out your stomachs so you can do that more easily and not feel so much resistance when trying to do that. And thank you all for being here and doing something for yourself tonight. That's gonna make me yawn. Oh my goodness. And thank you all for liking. Helps more people find the live so they can enjoy Reiki. I kind of feel like a lot of people probably have retreated to their own spaces tonight to just kind of calm down and relax. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome in. How's your Wednesday been? Putting an emphasis on Wednesday because I kept saying Monday for like at least 20 minutes of the live. I was saying Monday. Go me. And I'm just going into your stomachs. It really is kind of like a third Monday. Thank you for the start. It's a starlight compass. Thank you, Stephen. Hello, Angelic. Welcome in. How's your Wednesday been? How are you feeling the energy? And again, if you're just popping in, you may feel this go really strongly to your stomachs. This is really specific. Thank you for consenting. I'm pretty good, Angelic. Just a little on the cranky side from the solar eclipse, but oh, you have to do that sometimes, Robin. You've got to put yourself first. That is so cool, Nicholas. I've been wearing crystal bracelets to work, and a couple of my coworkers came over to rub them. That is too funny. They're like, ooh, I'm attracted to these, and I don't know why. Oh, and what I was gonna say. So there's something coming up. It's very specific. So we're gonna release it. How does it want me to word it? I release the fear of not being right. And that can be in any capacity. Like I'm not making the right choice about my life. Ooh, I feel like that's what's really hitting. I release the fear of not being right, making the right choice about my life. I release the fear of not giving right information. That's another really specific one too. No, Bethany. So I like the eclipse energy, even though it's made me just slightly cranky. I like eclipse energy too. Aw, Melly. Georgia, yeah. Let's release this. I feel like this is a big one coming up for a lot of people. You heard it? That is too funny. Oh, Kim. I release the fear and the anger and the agitation attached to feeling like I'm not right in my choice, in my decision making, in my choices. That I don't have the right information. I release that fear, that agitation, that anxiety attached to that. It is, Irene. It's kicking in now. It's like, all right, you're ready. Nicholas, that's too funny. That's hilarious if they were whispering doll hairs to communicate that. Would the solar eclipse or the new moon affect my menstrual cycle? Yes, it can. It definitely can. It can make it kind of intense. Oh, yes, if these hit you, let that energy ring through you, let it flow through you, and let it release those cords. I now have confidence in my ability to make choices about my life. I am confident in my ability to have the right information. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, Bethany. Yeah. Were they hoping for that? If so, that's awesome. It's been really intense this time. I haven't had a period symptoms in years. India. So also too, it can be a sign of like your spiritual gifts waking up, healing happening. So I'll tell you a little bit of a story. without trying to be TMI, but I had my own healing work done last month now, and we went into the lower chakras for me. I was wanting to heal some things around sensuality, and I didn't, like, I had no period symptoms. I bled all over myself after that session, and it was because I had released some shit, and it started the whole cycle. So it'll happen. So I feel like maybe you are waking up a bit more spiritually, India. Yes, Jessica, I remember telling you guys that in Bloom. I was like, because that was the day that had happened. So by the time I got to Bloom, I was like, is there anything left? But it was like so needed. Rebecca, it's just that energy. It's that energy just making everyone feel kind of irritated. It is normal. Just roll with it. Don't try to resist it. So again, like I was saying earlier, if you're feeling agitated about something, it's going to feel kind of counterintuitive, but it wants you to push against the grain. It wants you to push through that barrier and be like, why am I agitated and how can I stop it? That's what the solar eclipse wants you to do. It just wants you to realize the things that have been following you from the past, and push through them. Oh my gosh, Bethany. I rolled with it today because normally in the period class, yeah, I was quite tired today too. What else is it saying here? We have something else coming up. You're gonna get preached at again in a second. Hang on. That's a really interesting way to word it. I release the idea that I am not confident. I release the idea that I am not confident. It's just an idea. It's not the truth. Releasing that. It is just an idea. It is not reality. Like it was just my mind making up something. It was something that someone said to me, even, and it wasn't the truth. Jared, welcome in. I am good. How are you? Yes, let it release away. If this resonates with you, let it release. It's like we're peeling back a layer of agitation and then we can release something else. And then we peel back another layer of agitation and do it again. They do. So, I don't know, a lot of you probably know my past and my history. Jared, I am so sorry. Definitely welcome in. Just relax. Let this healing start flowing through you. So my background is in psychology, and I did an internship with a couple of neuropsychologists, actually, for people with MCI, or mild cognitive impairment or dysfunction. So people like, maybe have early onset dementia, things like that are starting to happen. And something she said to me has stuck with me forever. Like, out of all the things she taught me, this one thing has stuck with me forever. We are not our minds. We are separate from our minds. So our minds will try to play tricks on us. Our minds will tell us really shitty things that aren't true. We are not our minds. And that has just like forever just been ingrained in me. And it has really helped in my healing as well, oddly enough, to be like, you know what? I am telling myself really shitty things right now, but it is not me. It is not who I am. My mind is just playing a trick on me. Thank you for the heart, me, India. Yes, our minds are so good at our jobs, and we don't even understand. We don't even fully understand how our own minds work. We have no clue. Sorry to freak you out and give you a little bit of an existential crisis there. I know you probably weren't looking for that today, but we do not. Just consent to the flow of Reiki energy. So Reiki is sentient and it respects your free will. So if you want to just say out loud, I consent for the Reiki to start flowing, it will start flowing to you. I love that, angelic. This is just like a really simplified thing, like a simplification of what you're saying, is sometimes you do literally have to fake it until you make it. And I know you're probably like, oh, that sounds cheesy and dumb, but really, like, telling yourself, I am confident, and you keep saying that to yourself until you feel the energetic shifts in your body. That is energy work, that is energy movement, and you can do that on yourself as well. Like anything, like, I love myself. Where do you feel that getting stuck? Do you feel it stuck in your heart? Do you feel it stuck in your throat? And you keep saying that and tweaking it. Maybe you change like the verbiage until it starts to completely flow. Jessica, I'm glad you came in. Someone told me it should be 80% somatics and 20% talk mental health therapy. I can't say I disagree with that, really. Thank you for the Rosa, India. I feel like the percentages will probably vary between people because, again, there's no one thing that's going to solve everything for everyone, right? So you have to find your balance. Let's peel back another layer of agitation. Fake it till you make it is my life mantra. I love it. Literally, sometimes you just have to. Like, that is like the first step, because a lot of times people are like, I'm not going to take a chance until I believe that I am XYZ. And it's like, but you can never become XYZ unless you start. You know, like, so it's an oxymoron. It's a catch-22. Like, you're just at a stalemate. You're stuck in staleness. You're stuck in stagnation. So that's been a hard lesson to learn on this healing journey, is sometimes you have to start doing something you may not feel you're ready for, or you may not believe that you actually are just yet. I feel like my congestion is going away as we do more Reiki. I've also always thought, get it done now, feel better later. Yeah, Fia, absolutely. Let's peel back another layer of what's hiding behind the next layer of agitation. Something around ability. Let me listen some more. You guys can still like talk in the chat. It's not gonna ruin anything. I'm just waiting on the universe to be like, what is this specific thing around ability I'm feeling and seeing? Ooh, Irene, I like that. I like that because just from like the things that like we have worked on and you've talked about with me, it just feels so bold, and you get what I mean? Like, it's like I'm coming out and I am brave and I am powerful, and snakes shed their skin to reveal the new person underneath, right? I really like that. I love it, Irene. Ooh, like you want some swipes? We can do some swipes down the body while the universe sends more messages. Sending it all the way down. Ooh, let it flow. Like this, like waves. Thank you for the rose, April. Hello, Michigander. Did I say it right this time? How are you? Thank you for the rose, Mando Mom, and the tiny Diney. And I forgot to send you the address. I know it's posted on Instagram, and I was like, I'm going to send it to you specifically. Oh, hang on. More is coming in about this capability thing. Hang on. Oh, no. So we're not releasing something around capability. We're bringing something up. Oh, Mando Mom, I would love it. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna put it on my list. Hang on. Send you the address. Send Mando address. I need to put it in my link tree because that's what it's for anyway, for anyone to send anything. I just haven't done it yet. All right, so now we are bringing up out of the depths of our being, out of the depths of our soul, out of the depths of our subconscious. Ooh, that's a big one. We are bringing up the strength of your capabilities. You are capable, you are not small, you are not frail, you are not fragile, like you may have been led to believe. You are not incapable, like you may have grown up feeling like. There's more. Hang on, more is coming up as we pull this up. I feel like some of you, or maybe someone really specific, has like this really grand idea of making something happen. What is this? It's like a business opportunity. Thank you for subscribing, Mando Mom. The eclipse has really brought me back to having control over my eating, and I got back on keto. Awesome, Angelic. So I just feel like this grand idea, like this grand, it's like a business opportunity that I'm feeling, like building something from scratch, building it from the ground up and making it massive. You are capable. You have the capability to do this. Thank you for the heart me, April. Melly. I could be. I definitely work as on a collective level. So whoever or whoever's, I don't know, multiple people this could definitely be for. And hang on, Spotify decided to dip out. I was like, I'm done playing for you. Music business, I love it. So what it's wanting to tell you, really stay business minded. Make sure you have that solid business foundation. So you got the paperwork in order, you got the taxes in order, like you make sure you have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted on this grand journey. The eclipse helped me clarify a writing idea and also gave me a headache. Oh my gosh. Thank you for subscribing, Erica. And welcome in. I just joined and you are spot on with the starting a business. I'm just so overwhelmed with the steps. I totally get that, Amber. I was very overwhelmed starting an LLC. I'm like, what does it mean? What do I do? And I was Googling and reading. And it can make your head spin a little bit, but you've got to make sure, do your research and all the steps you need to take. Make sure you've got everything in order, everything's registered, you've done all of that, and the rest will be a breeze. So it's sticky, it sucks. I'm one of those people, I don't love the paperwork end of it. I don't love, the administrative side of it. But once you've got that in order, everything else is going to be so much smoother. Oh no, I got you a headache too. So Nicholas, you have to register with your state government and the federal government to become an LLC. So one of the first steps is making sure that someone in your state doesn't have the name that you are wanting. So there's like a database you should be able to search in. I swear I didn't stare at it. Well, I think it's because it's an overwhelming amount of energy coming at you, and it's just, the solar eclipse is just so all about bringing up the past and bringing it up in a big way. I mean, that's a massive amount of energy that came from it, so that's probably why it gave you the headache. Yes, and you got to get an EIN number. But the very, very first step is go to your local state's website and search, does anyone have this name? If not, you can hold it or like go ahead and register it right then and there. I think in my state, they held it for me for like 3 months or something like that. So then once I got registered, got my EIN number, then I also registered with the federal government. They give you some more things. And then I also got a registered agent. So a registered agent is someone who is the person who receives all of my legal mail. So anything that anyone sends me that has to do with like, you know, I don't know, I don't want to like put this out in the universe, but someone wants to sue me, they receive my mail, they read it, they send it to me, they make sure it gets into my hands. So they deal with all of that for my business as well. Felt a huge release in your heart. I love it, angelic. I felt a lot of it in my solar and sacral. Morgan, welcome in. I'm good. How are you? And there's also this new thing the government's making LLCs do, small business owners in general do. I forget what it's called, but they like told no one about it. You just had to figure it out on your own, or they'll fine you like $500 for not doing it. You have to do another thing where it's asking you, are you the sole owner? Is anyone else vested in your business? Is anyone else a founder? It's like the same information that's already on record, but you have to do it all over again, and you get another confirmation number, email bullshit. So you have to do that too, but I forget what it's called. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. I have, Erica, funnily enough. I have. What made you ask that? It's not fun per se, unless you mean that sarcastically. So I don't necessarily have to do a lot of taxes because my business isn't like super complicated. So like when I file my personal taxes, I file my LLC taxes with it. Oh yeah, you can search nationally as well. And you can trademark your name. Trademarks are a little bit of a different animal. I haven't necessarily trademarked anything at this point in my business. Those are a little bit of a different animal, but you can also trademark things. Yeah, so like when I went and searched for star bloom healing, there were actually a lot of other star blooms. I was really surprised, but they were like jewelry, leather goods, things that had nothing to do with what I do. So you can have a similar or technically kind of the same name, but if you're not in the same line of business, it's okay. So yeah, there were star bloom, I think it was star bloom jewelry or something, but there were a few others, and I was like, huh. But no star bloom healing. Like mine is star bloom healing, so it wasn't the exact same name. I would love to be able to try to give you advice on trademarking, but again, I have not done that yet, so I do not know. That is another beast in and of itself. Ooh, bringing up those capabilities even more. Now I'm feeling something in the heart. I'm feeling tugging and pain in the heart. I'm hearing, I don't feel like I'll ever get over this. Who is that for? I don't feel like I'll ever get over this is what I'm just hearing coming from the heart. I'm gonna give this a lot of support. I just got warm. I love it, Rebecca. Oh, Dante. You absolutely will. You will learn how to heal and how to live with it. I'm also feeling it relating to death. So getting over it is not necessarily the phrase I want to use for death. So you don't necessarily ever quite get over that, but you learn how to grow and evolve with that pain. Hang on, I got to do the puzzle piece that thinks I'm not here. I am here. I am real. It's not recorded. So you will get over it in a sense that you will learn how to coexist with it. You will learn how to hold it in its own special place. Jessica. And Dante, you will get over the heartache. You will get over the heartbreak. And you will find someone's even better. For sure. Just holding space for this pain. You will evolve, you will grow. There will be sunshine, there will be sunlight on the other side. And it's okay to keep getting sad, especially if someone has passed. It's okay to 10 years down the road still have moments of sadness. That's not what healing is about. That's not what getting over it or moving on is about. It's just about learning how to honor its space, honor that pain and give it its own place, and you still be able to live your life. Does that make sense? I am so sorry, Jessica. Definitely holding space for all of this pain. Stacy, I am so sorry. Definitely holding space for that as well. And that's something we went through recently as well, so I can empathize with both losing a person and a pet. That's something our family went through very recently, both of them very recently. So let's hold space for this. Let's honor that we have this pain. But again, we don't allow this pain to take over and drive our life. We don't allow it to sit in the driver's seat. We honor it and we cherish it, but it has its own space. Absolutely, Mando Mom. That pain never really quite goes away. You just learn how to, again, you learn how to honor it and let it have its own place within you. I'm so sorry, Jessica. Georgia, I did not know. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Georgia. Definitely holding space for everyone. Absolutely. It is okay to still feel that sadness. It's not a bad thing to be thinking about the past, be thinking about memories about them, with them, and have some sadness. It's okay. It's normal. Oh, Shay, I am so sorry. Yeah, let's definitely just consent to the Reiki flow. Let it go through all of your body. Even if I'm in a specific area, it's still healing the entire body. I am so sorry. Absolutely. Oh no, I am so sorry. The song that's playing now, it's very angelic. And I think too, when we just have that overwhelming feeling to think about them, it's because they're around us. They're really close in our energy, and they're just kind of wanting to say hi and check in. That's so sweet, Mando. Absolutely. Definitely energetic hugs for everyone. Oh no, yes, let it all release, let it go, let it go. Oh, Nicholas, I am so sorry. They are. They are always with us. I know it's not the same. Like, I totally get it. Even as someone who does mediumship as well, talking to them that way or feeling them that way, it's not the same. I get it. But I hope it can provide some comfort knowing that they're not really completely gone. They're not, they haven't completely left us. They're still around us and they still very much perceive us. They're trying to communicate with us. They're still here. I'll tell you something that happened kind of recent. My Aunt Mary, she would actually be my great aunt because she was my great grandmother's sister. She was someone very special to me as well. Her bread, her homemade bread, was the best bread I've ever had in my life, and no one can make it like her, even following the same recipe that she had. No one can make it taste like hers. Anyway, I was buying crystals, just randomly picked a seller, bought some crystals. Where did these crystals come from? Her hometown, near her own home. The seller I bought them from lived near her. Didn't even know that until I placed the order. And I was like, so now these crystals that I have from that seller, I always think about her. And I had actually been thinking about her that day when I went to buy those crystals. Oh, Nicholas, I am so sorry. Like, things like that will happen. Like, it's kind of, it's a mundane. What I mean by mundane is like, it wasn't anything like outlandish or outrageous. It wasn't like a wild show. It wasn't, like a door slamming or a window opening, something like that. It was just, I had been thinking about her, and I was like, at the same time, I was like, I want to buy some crystals. I feel like I'm needing some. And that's how she showed up, to be like, yeah, I'm here. You're thinking about me because I'm here. So don't forget to look for the magic in the mundane. Absolutely. Totally guided fate. Oh, yes, I will definitely check that, Sharzad. I was reading part of it and then I don't remember. I think I started working on candles, so I will definitely check that out for you, Sharzad. Should try to make bread with the crystals. Ooh, that's interesting. Make it with them near. I love that. I've tried to make like bread on my own, and I'm just not good at it, I don't think. So I don't know that I could do her recipe any justice, but maybe if I put the crystals near. Whenever I see an indigo bunting, a type of bird, I know that means my aunt is checking on me. Actually, let's go up into the throat. I know someone was asking about throat, and I'm feeling called to actually do it, so let's go up there. I got a puppy a few days after he passed, and I named him after my friend, Jessica. Definitely during quarantine, or the US didn't really have like a quarantine, but anyway, whatever it was, I definitely tried a lot of bread baking, and there were a couple of loaves that I thought were out of this world, but I could never replicate it, so I don't know. Did everyone go through the baking phase when the panorama first started? I definitely went through the baking phase. I love that, a red cardinal. Ask her to help me? I definitely should. And everyone loves your dog too. I love that. Angelic. I was baking banana bread, rosemary bread, and just anything I could get my hands on, I was baking. Soothing that throat some more. So in addition to that physical soothing, we're also going to soothe the throat chakra. Wait, was there another part to your comment, Dante? I only see keeping him in my life. but knowing that romantic connection is severed. Was there another piece? Oh, I love sourdough. Too busy sewing. Exactly, sound. Is it soundical? Yeah. So I definitely want to go into the throat chakra to help open it up so that you can speak, so you can say the things that you want to say. I don't know why, but I can't see the first part, Dante. I don't know why. Good night, Robin. Absolutely, Nicholas. I just think sourdough is the best bread in general. I love it. I like a really sour sourdough. Don't give me that young sourdough. I think if the yeast is older, the more sour it tends to be. Like, I want a really sour one. Oh my gosh, Mandoma, holy cow. I'm a wheat bread girl. Can you make sourdough wheat? I feel like you can. Oh, Dante. Let me think about that. Fried dough. All crisp and buttery and partial. Sourdough avocado toast, yes. Dante, I honestly feel like, not to say that this person is bad or anything, but I just don't feel like this person is the most truthful, and I feel like that's just something that they obviously need to work on. Like, they just don't know how to be completely open and expressive, so I don't know if that would be really the best thing to have around you. Opening up that throat more so that you can communicate clearly and also get that soothing if you have a sore throat while you're in here. So Dante, I would just be worried about, them saying, oh, let's be friends, and then that's not really their intention, and just having another heartbreak all over again. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people lean for whatever reason. I don't know why we do it. I feel like it's a really like American thing. Maybe it's other places too, but people will break up and be like, well, let's just be friends. We'll be friends. And it's like, sometimes you just need that clean break. You need to like separate your energies and just be independent for a little bit, before deciding, can we really like form a friendship? Are we really, really, better as friends? You get what I mean? Yes, heal and maybe try friendship down the road, yeah. Oh, Soundical, I am so sorry. I completely understand that too. Yeah, take care of yourself first. So this is something that some people are needing to work on through this solar eclipse, Mercury retrograde energy, which we know Mercury retrograde is about communication. I will speak my truth. I will speak my truth even if it makes me shake. I will speak my truth even if it makes me shake. Because the more you speak it, the less you will shake. You will stand confidently in your truth. Exactly, April. It'll allow you to see where your head is, because when that breakup initially happened, your emotions are probably all over the place. Exactly, Mando. Abby, I'm so sorry you're sick, but thank you for being here, and thank you all for doing something for yourself tonight. And I totally resonate. Like, even this energy has made me feel like a little off kilter today. So just remember, lean into it. Be like, why am I feeling this way? Is there something I thought I had let go of that I haven't yet? Lean into it, because it's going to be better on the other side. Right now, the universe is sending you a lot of messages from a lot of different places. I know it feels counterintuitive. It can feel kind of icky, but lean into it. Don't run away from it. Oh my God. That's not like a sick cough. That was like an energy release cough. Ooh. How do those throats feel now? And thank you all again for liking, sharing. Thank you for being here and doing something for yourself. I communicate what I need. Who is needing that? I communicate what I need. Your needs matter. If you don't fulfill your needs, you're going to get sick. Like, literally. You have to fulfill your own needs. I know, it's so much, so fast. You are so welcome, Angelic. Yes. I communicate what I need, and I do not feel bad about it. I am free to communicate what I need, yes. And that's going to make me burp. Energy release. Wait, broke up with is this another person that was saying they want to be friends? Is that who you're talking about, Dante? I feel like for some reason TikTok always, like, when you send more than one comment, it always like hides the other one for some reason. I'm sorry, that was a really big gulp. My water with lime. I love water with lime or lemon. Oh my gosh, why does it do that, Dante? And then I'm just reading pieces of your comment and I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Yes, if you have felt off during this eclipse, this new moon, this Mercury retrograde, we are all in the same boat. Don't worry. Don't feel crazy. Don't feel out of place or alone. It is hitting us all really hard. We are all on the collective struggle bus together. We all got a ticket and got a space. Yes, I do. I think that's part of the reason my dentist, any dentist I go to, is kind of like, you kind of worn some of your enamel down. And I'm like, it's because I just chug water with lemon and lime constantly. So I think it's just eating away at my enamel. I was saying a couple days before the sudden ending. Gotcha, Dante. All right. And that was who you had broken up with a year ago. Maybe it's divine timing. Eat cheese after. Does it help? I have never heard that. If this little piece of congestion could just leave, I would be great. I had no idea, huh? That's interesting that other breakup happened and now you're moving into this new relationship. Maybe it's like what you need right now. Yet another reason to eat cheese. Oh yes. Oh yeah, Amanda Mom, absolutely. Even just having level 1 Reiki. And level 1 Reiki, you're only allowed to practice on yourself. You can, practice on family and friends, but with Reiki 1 it is very, very frowned upon and discouraged to practice on other people, especially for money. So Reiki 1 is more for like personal use, Reiki 2 is then when you can start your business, you can start your Reiki practice. Like for me, I was at Reiki 2 for a really long time before I decided to take level 3 or master. So I got really familiar with myself, familiar with the energy, who am I as a practitioner, and then of course I went to master and I felt better prepared that way. And obviously at level 3 or master, I'm learning even more about myself as a practitioner. But yeah, sorry, I kind of like started explaining more than what you were asking. Thank you for the rose, hustling boy mom. So Melly, do you mean like within, like when you learn Reiki, do you do tuning? Is that what you mean? She made me tea and filled my bubble bath. Aww. Mando mom. Yes, you can absolutely use Reiki 1 to heal yourself. So Millie, yeah, it's called an attunement in Reiki. So you are attuning your energy to that of Reiki. Yeah, angelic, definitely can. Those were some of my first clients, were my pets. So I was definitely using Reiki 1 and then Reiki 2 on them to practice. Interesting, sounded cool. Letting more of that energy go in the throat. My throat chakra is free. Really, angelic? I find most pets really like it. Now, they definitely can have their preferences. Like, I have tried to do Reiki on some of my pets and they're like, I just don't want to do it right now. Not yet. So Mando mom, I plan to have that happen pretty soon. So I don't want to make a promise yet, but that is on my list of things to happen soon. Angelic, maybe he's just like, look, I just don't want to do it right now. Dante, push through that. Push through that. Push through that idea that you don't deserve. Someone is doing it for you, so they think you deserve it, or they wouldn't do it for you. Nicholas. How much is it average to get fully attuned? So I believe Reiki 1 and Reiki 2, so I'll show you, hang on. Oh no, I'm moving my whole thing. So to use the material by William Lee Rand, so this is Reiki 1 and 2, you learn all the Usui symbols, and then for Master, which I'll be teaching Holy Fire, then you get a few new symbols for Holy Fire. This is Reiki 3. To use this material, they set the price. This institution sets the price to cover your materials, your certificate, and my time training. So I believe Reiki 1 and 2 were about 200 doll hairs. And then for 3, I think 3 was maybe 500 doll hairs, if I remember correctly. I'll have to go back and look, but I know for sure Reiki 1 and 2 are about 200 doll hairs each. Thank you, Laura, for the heart puffs. And Master was considerably more. So again, I'll definitely, I'll recheck what Master was specifically. Thank you for the roses, April. Yay, Mando mom! I can't wait. I cannot wait to open up classes and teach. And again, I love the material by William Lee Rand. He is someone who has gone over to Japan. He is trained under Usui's lineage, the person that we attribute to have founded Reiki. He's done a lot of great work opening up. Oh my God, hang on. He's done a lot of really great work opening up the line of communication between us and Japan, because there's a long history, not so great history between us and them, and sometimes they're not super open to us coming into their world and learning more about their Reiki history, but he's done a lot of great things to help open that communication and soften those feelings. Wait, I learned from somebody who went and did Reiki 3 in all of them. What do you mean, Nicholas? Like learned all of them at once? I think that was about right, Angelic, altogether. I think it was around that. Yep. And I have made that back many, many, many times over. Even if you don't ever open your own practice, you have an invaluable skill in your toolbox now. So it will repay you in many different ways. I would like to go over to Japan and take a class with them, because my understanding is that they use Reiki a little bit differently than we do. I think they still use Reiki as more of like a physical healing aid, which absolutely you can. And we tend to use it as more of like a spiritual tool, if that makes sense. Oh, nice, Nicholas. Oh, April. You just didn't like feel called to go any further at the time? Oh my gosh, sorry. I could just get it out. Okay, I gotta tell you something funny. I don't know why I want to tell you this, but anyway. So I was sitting on a Zoom, or not a Zoom, a Teams meeting. We switched to Teams. All of the little new hires are in there. And I sneeze into my hand, okay? I sneeze, and I put my hand down where no one can see it, and I sneezed gunk onto my hand, and I like with my other hand very, very slyly, I'm like, click, turn off my camera and have to, it was just so gross. I was like, can I just be done with this? I'm so over this happening. It was great. I hope no one noticed. If anyone is in here from there, that would be embarrassing. Considering when you're more mobile. Your grandmother attuned you to 1 and 2. I love that. Life got in the way. Aw, April. Well, maybe this is the year for a lot more people to pursue Reiki. Oh no, Kelly. I was like, at least I'm at home and I can just turn off my camera and no one has to know. It wasn't literally in a room full of people. And I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's not like I knew that was gonna happen. Like, you don't know it's gonna happen. Hi, Danny, welcome in. How has your Wednesday been? I was saying Monday for like the first 20 minutes. Oh, it is Wednesday, it's not Monday. And don't forget, I'm gonna start posting about it more, but May 8th is when we start our soul purpose journey. So this is a 3-day class. And this soul purpose journey is like it sounds. We are going to hone in on what your soul's purpose really is. The specifics. What are you meant to do? What is your soul meant to do? What would it be great at doing? That link is in the bio to sign up. Normally something like that would be over 300 doll hairs. This program was created with an elevated being who only, like their society, only lives out their soul purposes. It's work they have perfected. It was created alongside them. And it's only 45 doll hairs for 3 days. Insane, but we lead with spirit here in this business. This business is a little different versus other businesses where you're like, my materials cost XYZ plus my labor equals the price of the product. Not really how spiritual work goes. So this was guided by this spiritual being, elevated being. That link is in the bio. We will begin May 8th if you want to join that. I can't wait either. I don't know what day it is, Danny. Nobody knows. I am good. Thank you for asking. Nobody knows what day it is anymore. I think this year, for a lot of awakenings, 2024 is the year. If you thought 2020 was the year, no. 2024 is the year. Angelic, so on Instagram, I should post it here. I didn't post it here yet. Let me post it here. So they actually came to us in a live. It was incredible. Someone was like, something standing behind you. I'm like, are you serious? And I felt them. And in that live, I said, it's an elevated being. After that live, I channeled with it. And I posted that note to Facebook. I should post that note on Instagram and here. And they said, I am an elevated being. All we do is soul work. Because that night on live, we were working on soul purpose. And they said, I was attracted to what you were doing. And I want to help you if you're open to it. So I then meditated with them a bit more. We did like a 3-day meditation together, and they gave me the steps to how we can find our soul purpose. And gave me the class to do it. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So I think we will definitely get more information about them. I don't have like a name for them, but what they look like is kind of like a person, but not exactly human. Their face looks a little flat to me, and around their head, immediately around their head, is like gold yellow energy, and then outside of that is red. And that same night in live, it looked like a comet or a shooting star that was gold and red that shot past my window. And then that's when someone was like, hey, there's something in the room with you. And I was like, what? It was wild. So I will post that here too. So they just said they are on another timeline. What this being specifically said is, we broke off from you and we now exist on another timeline, and where we perfected the soul purpose work. And they're like, we're around and we want to help, but we do not interfere. Specifically, this being said, we do not interfere, but we will help. Yes, they can. Insane angelic. Like when I say elevated being, I mean elevated being that can come back and access us. Insane. And then my mentor, or the person I'm working with now over the next course of the year, Emily Moon with Moon Rising, who had just got back from singing in the Congo, singing her healing music in the Congo for 50,000 people. You should go follow her as well. She's mostly on Instagram and Facebook. She saw the same thing as well. She's like, I was telling her about it. She goes, I think I communicated with them as well. So we have both like tapped into this energy, this elevated being energy. Hello, Martina. And actually it is tuck-in time. I'm going to tuck you all in like little burritos. And again, if you want to join that 3-day soul purpose class, that link is in the bio. And I will see you all in the next one. And I'm going to start sending everyone's candle readings out after I jump off of here. Anything else I want to say? I don't know. If I'll do, I'll post a video or come back live or something. And then everyone who's in the private Facebook group, if you posted your picture for that energy reading and alignment, I will start getting to those over the next day or so as well. All those links are in the bio. Good night. Good night. Good night. Let me seal you in. Good night. Good. Oh, hang on. Maybe. Good night.